time. We'll see if technology cooperates. It's quite cold.
Do you have a signal out here?
I'm running it off my phone.
Off
so
your phone, okay.
Yeah. But it's going to burn up my battery real quick, but we'll see how it goes. The Wi-Fi wasn't strong enough to reach out here, so
I gotcha.
yeah.
I was gonna say, I usually for baseball have a battery pack that I hook to my phone.
Yeah, I've got one in there.
Put it in there.
Just in case.
We'll see. The cold might affect that though, right?
Yeah, the cold will.
Run.
Yeah.
Pull on the jersey color because I'm tired of the red. We own other jerseys.
Yeah, the blue would look good in this scenario. Yeah.
I was like, red's good luck. I'm like, you lost in the red. She's like, you're right, we did. Never mind.
Never mind, exactly. Someone listening on the stream, can you just give me a audio check that you can hear me? Okay, just a few more minutes before we're game ready here. Hard to see the clock across the way due to the sun. So I will do my best to keep the scoreboard as updated as possible. Time remaining in the period will be challenging, but I'll try my best. Should have brought a stopwatch.
Tony said he can hear me talking, so we stopped
Perfect.
talking.
Wonderful. So just watch your mouth now. Whatever you say, it goes out to the world.
Is that live, Bard?
No, this is our own YouTube channel. You want to be on camera?
Is it live?
Oh, yeah. I'm live right now. Can I get a pregame interview from you?
No. Well, Marty's not here, so.
This is about a 5-hour drive for us, so there's a lot of people that stayed back home. Des Moines, Iowa. So,
That's smart.
Oh, this is what you do for your team.
yeah. Yeah, every team we've played so far this year, with the exception I think of one, we've live streamed it. So, yeah. And I provide a little commentary as we go along. You guys are in Chicago area? Glenview?
Yeah, just north of Chicago.
So like Vernon Hills?
A little south of there.
Okay. So we're kind of right between. Yeah. The camera doesn't want to seem to go back and forth yet, but hopefully it will once game starts. Otherwise, I may have to manually move it, which is not ideal. Starting in goalie for us today will be Simon. Back on D will be Henry and Alex. Up on forwards will be Miles, Keith, and I'm not sure. Yeah, I didn't see the other player yet. Little fun outdoor hockey this morning. About 10 degrees or so. Blue skies. Sun hasn't quite got to us yet on the spectator side, but we will see. Okay. Just about ready to get underway. On the draw. Puck is down. Won by the Stars. Picked back up by Miles. Given over to Atlas. Atlas with it now comes into the zone. And the tripod does not want to move, so I'm going to have to move it myself. Played into the corner by Atlas. Back behind the net. Comes right out front. Atlas with it. Turnover picked up by Glenview. Turnover picked up by Alex.
Good job, Luke.
Played back behind the net by Glenview. They come back around. Up the near wall. Henry's there to take a poke at it. Comes back up. Picked up by Henry. Pushes it back in behind the net. Goes back behind. Goes up along the near wall, or far wall, excuse me. Picked up by Keith there. Tries to keep it in the zone. He can't quite keep it in the zone. Comes back out through neutral. Played out through neutral by Keith. Picked up by Alex. Technology is failing me, folks. I cannot get the X-Bot to go back and forth. Must not be up high enough. Shoot. Turnover picked up there by Keith. He gets it all the way out of the zone. Pushes it in, but it'll be too far. No, they wave off the icing. Steered away from the goal by the Glenview goaltender. Picked up along the near wall. Alex still out there with Henry, Miles, Keith, and Atlas. Comes back down into our defensive zone. Glove save made by Simon. Puck is down. Fresh skaters out there for Des Moines. Played out through neutral. Charlie there with Kale and Chael. Sorry, got to move the camera again because it's not acting right today. Played back through neutral. Push back in the zone, but they're offsides. Play back in the corner. Behind the net, Cora's out there on D. Chased down by Charlie. Kale skates it up the ice, gets it up and out of the defensive zone, comes through neutral. Hassel there, taken out on the play, no penalty called. Turnover picked up by Glenview. Chased down there by Chael. Glenview gets it back in, goes back behind the net, picked up there by Fipsy. Played up and out of the zone by Charlie. Nope, can't quite get it out. Turnover picked up by Fipsy there. Gets it out through center. Push back along the far wall. Glenview's got it. They get it in over the line. They're on sides. Running to there by Kale. Chased down in the far corner by Cora. Comes back up to the point. Can't clear the zone. Glenview still has it. Goes right by the player out front for Glenview. Goes around the net. Picked up along the far wall by Hudson. And he's smacked into the boards. And I believe there will be a penalty upcoming for checking on Glenview. So we will go on the power play for 1 minute and 30 seconds. Played into the near corner. Comes up the wall. Hudson there, along with Carson. Sorry, that's Will, not Charlie. Know my own kid better. Whoops. Push back in the zone. Picked up in front of the net by Glenview. They get it out of the zone. Comes all the way back through neutral. Turnover there. Picked up by Glenview.
Go Stars!
Comes back around the back of the net. We're still on the power play. Later on the back of the net there by Alex. Glenview picks it up. They shoot it towards the net. Goes wide. Picked up along there by Will. Will gets it up but can't quite get it out of the zone. They push it back in.
Go get it, Tony! Go get it!
I'm going to have to mute and go fix the camera. Comes back around. Up the near wall by Hudson. And get it out of the zone.
Come on, Tony! Good job! And then did you see what he just did?
Penalty is over. Still no score in the first period. Face off here by Atlas. Puck is down. Picked up in the defensive zone by Cora. She corrals it behind the net. Turnover picked up by Glenview. Get it up the far wall. Turnover picked up there by Keith. Glenview tries to push it right back in. Turnover there, far side picked up by Atlas. A little too far out of his reach to make a play. Got to come back for the puck. Picked up there by Cora through neutral. She tries to backhand it to get it in the offensive zone. Can't quite get there. Turnover through center. Glenview comes in. Good back check on our part to get back in time. Picked up by Atlas. He comes in all alone. Nope, he's got one defender there to beat. Can't quite beat him. Goes into the corner. He tries to center it back out front. Turnover through center of the slot. Picked up by Glenview. It's 2-on-1. They spread out. Cora takes the shooter, goes wide of the net. Pushed along there by Miles. Keith with it now, skates it up the ice, I should say, with the puck. Through neutral, they're on sides at the line. He's got Atlas trailing. Takes a shot on goal, goes wide. Stick save made there by the goalie. Plays back through neutral. Goes wide of the net, Simon there. They fire it towards the net. It's blocked down there out front. Pushed out of the zone. Almost out of the zone there by Atlas, but he can't quite clear it. Picked up by Atlas. He moves it through neutral. Falls down on the play. He's got to get back up. Keith hustles over there to get it. Played by Miles. Gets it back through neutral. Gets it up to Keith. Keith with it. Turnover through neutral. Picked up by the Stars. Cora with a nice stick poke there to get it out of the way. Comes back up to Keith. He pushes it back in the zone. Got Atlas breaking towards the net. Can't quite get it over to Atlas. Out front. Turnover. Picked up by the Stars. Comes all the way to the near wall. Fired on net by Henry. Blocked out front there. Picked up by Glenview. Glenview clears the zone. Comes back up through neutral. Cora with it there. Turns it right around. Puts it back in the zone. Got Keith with it now. He's checked out of the play. Comes right on net. Shot by Miles. And it's covered. Again, apologize for the technology issue here. I can't get the Xbot to go back and forth. I don't know what this issue is, but maybe in between periods I will see if I can fix it. Could also be the cold. Puck is down, picked up by Kale. Gets it back to Charlie. A little too far for Charlie. Shot on goal by Bo. Chale takes a shot at it, tries to get it back on net. Kale with a wraparound. Ooh, saved down there by the goalie. Face-off one there by Kale. He gets it right back. Played into the corner. Picked up by Glenview. Charlie tries to take a swipe at it to turn it over. Comes out through neutral. Nope, stays in the zone. Goes along to the far corner. Picked up by Glenview. Penalty upcoming on Des Moines. For tripping will be the call. And we will go on the penalty kill. Chale will sit for the trip. Can't push back down there. Will hustles on. Be no icing. Comes back around into the near corner. Oh, too far for Cora. She was playing back on D. Smart move not to be too far into the zone. Comes back to neutral. Picked up by Hudson. Hudson's got it now. He's got Will streaking towards the net. Hudson with it. Hudson still with it. Comes back up the near wall. Got there by Alex. Hudson with it. Hudson gets it in the zone. Tries to get it back to Will. Deflected, goes over to the far wall. A little too far out of Will's reach. Comes back to Alex. Glenview with it. Turnover picked up by Hudson. Hudson tripped up on the play. Cora tries to make a good defensive move there to break up the 3-on-2. She does. It goes back behind the net. Comes all the way around the near wall. Hudson with it now. Hudson on a breakaway. Hudson goes stick check there by the back checker for Glenview, and it goes wide of the net. Played back behind the net. Penalties over. So we're back to full strength. Someone's saying there's 24 seconds left in the period. I, again, can't see due to the sun and the glare. And the scoreboard's a little bit faint.
Keep the pressure, Bucs! Let's go, Stone!
Atlas here on the draw. Puck is down. Goes into the far wall. Keith there to trap it. Tries to dig it out. Comes all the way out to the point. Nice stop there by Bo to get it. Put it right back into the near corner. Glenview chases it down. Comes back behind the net. Oh, interference call should have been made right there, in my opinion. Keith hauled down on the play, but he gets back up. And that'll do it. End of the period. I'm going to try to fix my technology. If we go off for a second, I apologize, but I'll come back as quickly as possible.
Not really. I saw it was under a minute. That was it. Oh, yeah. Person's restless. They can't see anything from the side. Let's go, Stars! Let's go, Stars!
Puck is down. The second period. Still doesn't seem like it's catching up. Shoot. Sorry, everyone. Apologize. Gotta put my around, comes up to the point, pushed back down deep by Henry. Picked up in the far corner by Miles. Tries to center it. Blocked down there by the Stars. Atlas with it there. Turnover picked up by Keith. Keith tries to get it back to Atlas. He does. Comes back out through neutral. Glenview's got numbers if they hustle. Fired on goal. And they score. Face off back out at center. Pushed into the zone by Chael. Hopped along the boards, picked up by Kale. He fires it all the way back to the far point. Too far for Fipsy to get it. Glenview back in with it. Picked up by Charlie. He's got Chael with him. They're on sides at the line. Charlie loses the handle on the puck. It goes right back into the far corner. Waits for some helpers to come in. They do. Tries to set up. Picked up on the near wall by Glenview. A little too far for Cora to keep it in the zone. Goes back to the near wall. Picked up by the Stars. They fire it back over towards the point. Pushed back in by Chael. Charlie there to hustle down. Come all the way back out of the zone. Fipsy chases it down. Takes a whack at it to clear it out of the trouble area. player down on the near wall. Hard to see exactly what happened, but a Stars parent made a plead for high sticking. But we will see if there's any penalty call.
Yeah.
Glenview players back up. I tried zooming in a little bit to see if that doesn't help pick up the play a little bit better. My concern is that it won't be able to catch up quick enough, but we will see. No penalty called on that play just a minute or so ago. On the draw will be Hudson, and he's got Carson and Will on the wings. Puck is down, played back into the defensive zone briefly, picked up by Hudson. Hudson with it. Yeah, that's still not picking it up. Sorry, folks. I'll have to go manual with it. Oh, and Hudson with the shot goes wide of the goal. Played into the near corner, picked up there by the Stars. Can't clear it out of the zone. Will runs into the Stars player. Carson picks it up. Stars players try to get it out of the zone, and they can't quite clear. Now they do. Comes back to neutral. Pushed right back in there by Alex. Goes back in the zone. Pushed back in the zone there by Henry. Played back behind by Will. Tried to push it back in there was Alex. Comes back out through neutral. Hustled back into the defensive zone there by Henry. Comes back up to the point. Glenview with it there. They fire it towards the net. It goes wide of the goal. Two players for the Bucs go down out front of the net. That's Alex and Henry, I think, collided briefly, but they both are back up. Picked up by Carson. They push it back in the zone. Comes back behind Simon. Hustled down there by Henry. Comes all the way around the back, along the far wall. Picked up there by Hudson. He clears the zone. Loses the handle on the puck. Carson picks it back up.
Get in there, Matt!
Move!
Carson gets it over to Hudson. Hudson with it there. Tries to center. A little too far for Will to get there. Henry pushed it back in deep. Hudson with it there. He's interfered with. Flipped on towards the net. Goes wide of the goal. Pushed along the near wall. Oops, sorry. Camera's not loving that cold temperature.
There you go.
Fired on goal. Blocked away there by Cora. Helping her goalie Simon out today. Comes back up to the point. Pushed into the corner by Derek. Excuse me, Keith. Maybe Derek's watching. The cold is doing a number on the technology today. It looks like we'll have a penalty upcoming here in Des Moines for interference. So we will go on the penalty kill. Charlie protecting his goalie. Stay out of the crease is what I would say. Cooler heads will prevail. No penalty on the call. The Glenview parents definitely wanted a penalty call on that. Didn't get their wish. Still on the penalty kill. Can't tell you how much longer. Push back into the corner. Charlie flips it around and goes back up the far wall. Push back down by Glenview. Driven all the way out of the zone, and they have to regroup. Comes back through neutral. Penalty's just about over, I believe. They're onside at the line. Fired on towards Simon. He lets it go back behind the net. Rebound comes out front.
Let's go, Stars! Come on, Luke! Good kick, Luke! Good job, Luke!
Tied up in Alex's skates out front. A lot of players falling all over the ice today. Probably need to skate sharpen. They fire it back towards the net. It goes on net. Saved down there by Simon. Again, the Glenview parents definitely wanted a call on that, but not sure I would completely disagree. However, it is hockey. Again, apologize that the tracking software is not working today, so I'm manually moving the tripod back and forth, doing my best to give play-by-play and camera. Had the luxury of the camera working perfect yesterday, I believe, inside, however. We are outside today, as you can tell. Picked up in the near corner by Cora. She pushes it along to Kale. Glenview tries to get it towards the net. A lot of traffic out front. A lot of red jerseys there to defend the goalie. Pushed along by Hudson. No, to Cora, excuse me. Comes back out of the zone. They got to regroup through center, and it's offsides at the line. I'm going to try to zoom back out, give you a better view.
Go, Stars!
Puck face off there, taken by Hudson. Tries to get it back in the zone. Turnover picked up there by Glenview. They come all the way back down. Will hustles down to get it. Comes back behind the net. Pushes it around for Cora. Can't quite get it there. They come right back out front. Glenview does. Fire towards the net. Simon's down. Made the first save. Now it goes back behind the net. Picked up along the near wall by Will. He skates it out of the zone. Gets it up to Hudson. Hudson with it. He skates it into the zone. Pushed aside there by a Glenview player. Comes right out front, but we had no one breaking towards the net. Henry there to try to get a shot back on ice. And now there's a tie-up in the corner. Two players went down in the corner. One was Kale and the other one was a Glenview player. I didn't see the collision, but goalie makes the save, stop right out front. We have to watch ourselves that we don't start playing in the garbage because they will call it. We got to play our game. Atlas here on the draw. One down, picked up there. Ooh, by Bo, and he's collided into by a Glenview player. And player down on the ice. I think it's Bo. Kind of had a collision there. He's slow to get back up. Not getting up yet, so Coach Jason is heading out there to see what's going on. Looks like he's going to get back up here in just a second. Yeah. He's getting back up under his own power. A couple players are there to make sure he's okay. Keith, Phipsy, Atlas, Miles. Face-off will come out to neutral ice. Puck is down, one there by Atlas. Flips it over to Keith. Turnover there, picked up by Glenview. Played back behind the net. Pushed out of the zone there by Miles. He skates it up along the far wall. Fan on the shot. Gave enough time for the defense to get back for Glenview. Alex with it. Pushes it back into the near corner. Pushed along by Glenview. They try to get it up the far wall. Got a player streaking towards the middle of the ice. Miles with a nice takeaway there. Can't quite keep it in the zone, so we got to hustle back. Pushed out of the play there by Alex. Player takes a shot. It goes far wide. Picked up in the near far corner by by Atlas. Tries to get over to Keith. He can't quite get possession of it. Glenview swats it away. Glenview player just from the bench hops on. Pushes the puck over to the near corner. Comes back around. Picked up by Miles. Tries to get it up the wall. Loses the puck. Picked up there by Atlas. Got to regroup through neutral. Get back on sides. A little too far for Keith to make something happen. So that's the end of the period. After 2 periods of play, it is 1-0. Okay, third period's about to start. Oh, I'm sorry. They're not on a power play. Just take that off. Henry with it. Plays back into our corner. Played back behind the net. Fires it along the Chael. Comes back out into the near corner. Picked up by Cora. Comes out of the zone. Chael and Hudson there to try to chase it down. Played along by Hudson. It gets picked up there by Cale. He makes a nice move towards the net. He takes a shot. It goes in, and they scored! Scoring for Des Moines, number 91, Cale Sherwood. Sounds like Outdoor Ice is doing a number on the players' skates today. We'll have to get some sharpens done after this. Puck is down. And we're all tied in the third period. Comes back into the zone. Comes back up and out. Hudson's there to chase it down. He gets there in time. He's got speed. Breaking towards the net. Can't quite get a shot away. Covered. Save made by the Glenview Stars goaltender. Picked up there behind the net by Will. Comes back up to the point. Picked up there by Bo. Good to see Bo back out there. Push back in the zone. Will tries to make a play. Gets it over to Carson. Comes out of the zone. We got a retouch. It's onsides. Turnover picked up by Glenview. Alex steps up in the play. Pushed along, sticked away by Simon there. Comes right back out front. And they scored. Shoot. Puck is down, pushed back in the zone by Miles there. Miles takes a shot. Pad save made there by the goalie. Comes all the way around. Keith there to chase it down. Comes back up to neutral. Swatted on by Fipsy. Gets it back up to Keith. He's got Miles there. They're on sides at the line. Comes back in the zone. Comes back up the far wall. Comes all the way out of the zone. Henry over there to push it back up. He does. We're on sides at the line. Comes back out through center. All the way over to Alex. Comes back out through neutral. Picked up there by Glenview. Got a player breaking in the zone. Nice stick move there by Henry to swat it away. Back to the wall. Quite a few players over in the far wall digging it out, and now they call the penalty on it. Unbelievable. Fipsy will go to the box. For a body check. Out there on the kill is Charlie, Kale, Cora, and Bo. Charlie's bailing out because he's lost an edge, I think. Yep, Charlie's off. Kale comes out, comes all the way back out. Kale's hustling down, but it's going to be too far, and it'll be icing. Come all the way back down into the defensive zone.
2 stars on the puck. You're on a power play.
Kale on the draw. Went into the corner. Bo hustles down. Comes all the way back around. Picked up by Kale. Can't quite get the puck out of the zone. Comes all the way back out. Pushed down there by Cora. Save made by Simon on the first one. Deflected into the corner. Comes right out front. Goes through the Glenview player's stick. Can't quite get a shot away. Kale with it up the near boards. He hustles down after it. Kale with it. Takes a backhand. Goes right on net. Covered by the goaltender. Okay, offensive zone faceoff upcoming. Again, 5-on-4. Will hustles out there, takes the place of Chale. And Hudson will be on the draw. Puck is down, picked up by Alex. He pushes it back towards the net. Steered away by a Stars player. Comes all the way back around. Picked up by another Stars player. Push back in the zone. Glenview with it now. They push it towards the net. No, they go back to the point. Now they try to get it on net. Pushed away there nicely by Henry. Over to Alex. Alex with it. Pops it up the board. Gets it to Will. Will with a nice play to get it all the way down. But the goalie will have to make a play on it, so there's no icing on it. Hudson hustles after it. Tries to get a shot away. Can't quite get there in time. Comes back up. We're back on full strength. Sticked along there by the Glenview player. Up to the net, up to the point. They try to get it back towards the net. Henry with it now behind the net. Comes all the way around. Will there with a nice play to try to push it through, but he can't quite get it out of the zone. They fire it right back into the near corner. Comes all the way through the crease. Simon made the first save, and then it went back into the corner. Hustled on there by Hudson. He gets it out of the zone, but loses possession. Turnover picked up by Glenview. Will tried to make a nice play to pop the puck away from the Glenview player, but couldn't quite get there in time to make the. Glenview is offsides. We will do it again. Push back through neutral. Picked up by Atlas. Pushed into the near corner in the offensive zone there for us. Comes all the way across to Cora. Cora pushes it back. Gets it over to Atlas. Atlas takes a shot towards the net, but it steered away. Comes all the way back out. Comes back up to the point. Cora with it, tries to take a shot. Turnover picked up by Fipsy. He comes along with it. Steered into the near corner. Picked up again by Fipsy. Plays it along. He tumbles down on the play. Comes back out of the zone. Glenview regroups. That's neutral. They get it right back in. Stopped down there by Cora. No, that's Cora. Cora with it. Skates it up the ice. Comes all the way back in the zone. Cora tripped up on the play. Atlas with it. Atlas backhands it towards the net, but can't quite get it out to center. Out to the center of the slot. Back into the far corner. Shot on goal, saved down by the Glenview goaltender. Puck is down. Glenview picks it up. Played it along the near wall. Comes back out there neutral. Chased down there by Alex, but it's too far to be icing. Come back into the zone. Oh, we call. Hold on. Little confusion there. I think we thought we were pulling the goalie. We didn't pull the goalie. The goalie's still in, but we had Atlas out there. Nearly had too many men on the ice. Hudson will be on the draw. One back by Kale. Fires it right towards the net. Saved down by the goalie. Picked down there. It's free. It's covered. Got to keep digging for that puck till they blow the whistle. Simon's still in the net, so it's 5-on-5. Again, apologize. Can't tell you how much time's left, but Hudson on the draw. Picked up there by Hudson. Comes up to the point. Pushed back down by Alex. Kale with it behind the net. He goes down in a collision. Comes back up the wall. Played along by Hudson. Chale with it. Comes right on net. And it's saved down by the goaltender. Atlas will be on the draw here. Atlas with it. Loses it to the Glenview player. Comes back along the near wall. Comes back out of the zone. Glenview player there along with Cora. Cora stick handles, backhands it, trying to get it out of the zone. Picked up by Atlas. He gets it. He's got Keith with him. And Will streaking towards the net. Goes into the near corner. Fired on net. Oh, went wide. That was Atlas with the try there. Went wide of the net. Cora unfortunately mishandled the puck at the point. It comes all the way out. It's 1-0. They fired it on net. It goes. Nice pad save by Simon. Back checking players for Des Moines come all the way back in to help make a nice defensive move there for Simon. Cora gets it up and out of the zone. No icing. We pull the goalie, and Miles hustles out there for us. It's 6-on-5. Can't tell you how much time's left, but we got to be getting close to the end. Miles with it. Pushes it back in the zone. Picked up by the defensive player for the Stars. They get it back out of the zone, up along the far wall. Played over to the other side. They come along the near wall. They shoot and score. Empty net goal for Glenview. And that'll do it, I believe. Score reads 3-1. Puck is down, picked up by Carson. He gets it back. Pushed on by Hudson. Picked up in the far corner by Kale. Henry there to hustle down, tries to get it back in. We pulled the goalie again. Simon hustles off. Traffic at the line. We maintain possession. Then it comes out of the zone. Picked up by Henry. Henry with it. Tries to backhand it into the zone. Can't quite get it there. We got to regroup through neutral. Comes all the way back down. Now we're back in the zone. Hudson with it. Hudson. Play below the goal line. Pushed on there by Kale. Atlas along the far wall to try to get it. Collision along the far wall. He gets back up. Picked up by Kale. He's got it out front. Tries to make a stick move without the puck. It was kind of hard for him to get anything going there. Couldn't quite get the handle on the puck in time. It comes all the way away. And that'll do it. Final score, 3-1. They fought hard through the elements, but that'll be it for this morning. We'll be back tonight at 7 o'clock, back indoors playing a St. Louis team. We will see you then.